So I'm reviewing the KIMO 12 volt ratchet. This is a pretty handy little ratchet. This doing putting a timing set back together on a '05 Nissan Xterra, and this thing is a time saver. All these little 1/4 inch bolts that line the cover, there's like 20 of them. This little thing, it zipped them right out, and putting them back in puts a pretty decent amount of torque on them. Definitely don't have to torque them down afterwards. Probably over torqued. Great tool. The battery life is, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's been running on and off for about 3 hours now, and still have, full battery. The speed on this thing is phenomenal. It's quick, and it really saves you a lot of time. And with doing all these bolts, it's way faster than with a hand ratchet. So anybody looking to buy one of these, I would do it. This is the second job that this has been used for. We had to pull the exhaust manifold and rebuild the turbo and pull the intake and do number 4 injector in a '09 6.7 liter Cummins. And even the bigger fasteners, once you snap them loose with a ratchet or a breaker bar, this thing pulled out even the exhaust manifold bolts on a slightly warped manifold. This thing did a pretty good job of pulling them out. So I was pretty impressed. And it comes with 2 batteries. Battery life is great. I've charged 1 battery, and this is the second full battery. So for 2 jobs, I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll see how well it holds up. It seems to be a pretty stout tool. I've broken some of the bigger bolts loose with it, just in ratchet mode. Just breaking them loose by hand, and it's taken the abuse. It's fallen off the front of this Xterra a couple of times, getting knocked off the front, and it's still good to go. So it's well built. It's not too heavy. It's fairly short, probably around 12 or 13 inches long, so you can get into some pretty tight areas with it. There's a couple of bolts go on the back of this AC pump, and I was able to get in there with that and crack those loose. And some of the other bolts on the side of the motor over here, it fits right down in there. I do have a lot of room as the radiator is out, but it's saved me probably an hour at this point in time, taking all this stuff off on this thing. So great little tool.